Hello guys, welcome to eztv Business Tech View, another episode. In this episode, I'll show you one important things, which is like from actually 2024 it started. Like I'm talking about VMware licensing. So VMware sold to Broadcom, and Broadcom acquired the VMware in 2023 October, like late 2023. And 2024 they changed a lot of things, but finally from 2025 they strictly changed entire licensing model, which is VMware before they sell VMware perpetual license. So perpetual license means the perpetual license is for it's just one-time investment. Like say it was based on socket, your physical server socket. So if you have in your server, if you have a two socket, so actually VMware call it CPU based license. If you have a two CPU, that means two socket, that means you needed two license. If your server has four socket, they're gonna call it for CPU, that means you need a four CPU license. But right now they changed that model. They changed from perpetual to subscription base, which is yearly. Every year you have to pay. So that's one thing, one change. Second change they did from socket to core. So if your server, say for example, you have a server with two socket and each socket has say 8 core, that means your machine has 8 times how many? 16, right? 8 times 8, sorry, 8 times 2 is 16. Each socket you have 8 core, so you have two socket, that means you have total 16 core. But right now they changed that model. Before you need only two license, now you need based on the core license. But not only the core license, there is another thing they increase, which is minimum you have to have 16 core in each socket. So what does it mean? It means that like in your machine, you have a two socket and each socket has a 8 CPU, right? And sorry, 8 core. So that means your entire machine, you have total 16 core. So based on that, based on Broadcom new license, you supposed to consume 16 license, right? But it's not true. Based on their requirement, you have to have 16 core in each socket. If you don't have, still you have to consume 16. That means actually you have 8 core in each socket, but you have to consume 16. That means you have to purchase 16 license for each socket. So if you have a two socket, actually you have total 16 core, but you have to purchase 32 license. So they change three things: from perpetual to subscription base, socket to core, and then the third one is not only core, you have to have minimum 16 core. If you have a higher than 16, that's fine, you are not overcharged. But if you have less than 16, that means you are overcharged. So what do you have to do now? You have to change, if you have any old system less than 16 core each socket, you have to replace it. If you want to utilize properly like the money you are paying to Broadcom, if you raise those money, in that case you have to, right? This is one way. And another thing is, but I'm not sure, I think it's like Broadcom problem. So they said they changed the model, and that model should be work with vSphere 8, vSphere 7, both version, right? But I personally use it. When I applied the same perpetual license to vSphere 8, it consumed like based on the core. But when I applied that same license with vSphere 7, like ESXi 7, it consumed the old way. Old way means based on the socket. That's interesting. Anyway, so if your organization use vCenter 8, you have to vCenter 8, you have to count the core correctly. So that's why VMware, sorry, not VMware actually, Broadcom, they implement a script, and you have to run that script, and that script will tell you how many license you need based on your total inventory. So I'll show you step by step how you can run the script. But for running the script, you have to have a VMware PowerCLI installed in your machine, any machine, your laptop or your desktop or your jam machine or your any machine, right? So I'll show you in my home lab. I have a machine. I have a jam machine. On that jam machine, I installed the VMware PowerCLI. If you don't know how to install it, I have a completely separate video for that, and I'll share that video link on this video description. So watch that video if you don't have it. So I have already, so I can just directly log in there, and I'll show you. It's just 2 or 3 commands. That's it. All right. So first thing is you have to connect your server. So connect to BI server, and then okay. Oh, sorry. Let me share my screen. Then you will be able to see it. Okay. All right. So this is my server. You see here. I just selected my host, fast host, and I have a license here, and with 2 CPU. So this is like 2 CPU means it's a 2 socket, and never expert. It's a perpetual license. But right now, you need to have a subscription based. And subscription based means every year you have to pay the same amount. But for the perpetual license, it was like $1,000 per socket, but it's one time. Just one time you purchase, and then rest of the year just use it. And every year you just need to purchase the maintenance, not the license. You just need to purchase the maintenance only. But now they change everything. They change, okay, you have to pay for the license every year. You have to pay for the maintenance every year. So both together you have to pay every year. And that's why now the price is too much. Anyway, I'm just showing you how you can run the script. So for running the script, you just need to connect your vCenter through this command, and also there's a command how you can implement it. So I'm going to guide you step by step, and let's just start it with the PowerShell. So I'm going to minimize this one. In this machine, this is my jam machine. I'm going to just search power, and then so PowerShell. Actually, I don't have the VMware PowerCLI shortcut or icon here, but I implement online version of VMware PowerCLI. That's why it wasn't able to create the shortcut here, but it's implemented on my PowerShell. So I just need to open this one, this PowerShell, Windows PowerShell, this. Right click on it, run as administrator, and yes. Okay, so I'm going to just expand it, and let me move this one here. Okay, so first you have to connect your server, right? So connect this server, and then your server name, paste it, and server name. So I have my server name here. I just okay, copy and paste it here, or you can type it and hit enter, and then it's gonna ask you to log in to your vCenter. But if you log in this jump machine with your administrative account, and if your vCenter is integrated with your Active Directory, and also your user is assigned on that vCenter, in that case you don't need to log in. If you log into the machine, Windows machine, automatically you'll be login, which is called single sign-on. But the vCenter I'm using right now, that one is not integrated with the vCenter Active Directory. So that's why every time when I run this command, connect the server with the vCenter name, it's gonna give me this login window. So you have to provide the username and password to log into the vCenter. So it's a vCenter credential. So I'm logging with the vCenter local administrator at vSphere.local. Sorry, vSphere.local. So if you face any problem with the login, you see I'm successfully logged in, right? But if you face any kind of problem to log in, just run this command. Before you connect this, run this command. Set-PowerCLI login configuration - invalid certification ignore, space ignore. And then you're not gonna see any more that error message. Just type the Connect-VIServer server, then the your vCenter server FQDN or IP address. That's it. So after you're done with this, now vCenter is connected. My vCenter is connected through the PowerShell, or you can say VMware PowerCLI. So how we can prove actually it's connected? So let's just run one command, and that you'll be able to know it's connected or not. So say get -bm virtual machine. So it will list out all the virtual machine. You see here, it's listed out all the virtual machine. This is my home lab, that's why it's not that many server. Okay, so let's show you what next. So the next is import module. So VMware has a knowledge base here. So from there, download the PSM1, the script file. Download the script file and put it in a C drive or somewhere. The location is up to you. Depends on your location. Depends on this location. You can. So I can show you here. So let's go first. Go to Broadcom knowledge base. Then go all the way down. So I'll share this link in the description box. So you just need to download this one. Download. So I just click download, and it's gonna download. Okay, I think I'm not sure it's downloading or not. Let's see. So if you go to the download folder, oh yeah, it's downloading. Okay. So I'm going to delete this one, but this one I want to keep it. Okay. So it's downloaded. So this one is downloaded, right? So I want to move it to somewhere. You can run it from the download. So if you download from the download folder, then in here you have to change the location. You have to change the location. You see here, see temp. So you have to change this location. But actually, I'm going to inside the temp. I want to make this folder and then move the machine, move this file to that folder. So let's go my jump machine. My jump machine, file explorer. Okay. And then where? My computer, right? Which is this computer, this PC. And then you see the temp. Inside the temp, I'm going to create a folder, this, right? And then from the download, I'm going to, okay. Actually, I downloaded here on my laptop, and this is my jump machine. So I'm going to copy from my laptop download folder to where? I'm going to put it here. I'm on my jump machine. Inside my jump machine, this is the temp folder, and this is the VMware report, and I'm going to paste it here. This is script. You can VMware report or VMware script, whatever you want. If you change, okay, if you want to change it to report, say for example, if you want to change this one to script, say for example, I'm just going to show you. Okay, you can see script. core count script, core count script. So if this is the case, in that case, what are you gonna do? I'm just going to copy this one, and I'm going to paste it on my here, right? And then, my file is there, right? So you can just copy the entire thing and go back here. And then now just run here the command. Because your file is there, right? So you just hit enter. Oh. Okay, I think there's this space here. That's the problem. So that's why I always try to run from Notepad. Notepad will like in here there was a gap, but I didn't fill it. Okay, I'm going to run it again. Hit enter. So it's done. My script is already embedded with my PowerCLI. So I just now need to run the command, and that command will show me the total core count. The copy and paste it here. So it will show you all the machine, all the ESXi host with the like the CPU core and also the VMware required license. Everything it will show. You have to wait a little bit because it's going to take time. And within short time, you're going to see it. All right. So each shows number of socket. You see a number of socket here, and then number of core per socket. So per socket, I have 8, I have 8, I have 12, I have 12, I have 12. Only 2 machine, I have 16. That means this one 16 times 2, which is 32, right? Yes. That means I have total 32 core, and then you see here the foundation license core count. So the required is this one. So 32. So I have 16 and 2 socket. That means 16 times 2, 32. So also I'm purchasing 32. That means it's a right utilization. But in this one, if you look at here, I have 12. That means 12 times 2 is 24, but I'm paying for 32 license. That's what it's meant. So if you want to generate CSV report, and then how you can do that? Okay, just go here and run this command: get foundation core and TIBUsage hyphen development type space BCF space hyphen CSB. Run this command. Don't worry, I'll share this command in a share with the description box. Like I put in the description box, so you guys will have it. Hit enter. So it will generate a CSV file. But where this CSV file will go, right? You're generating a CSV file. You're exporting the report, but where it goes? Oh, another thing I forgot to tell you. So the total with this host, with this much host, total required license 224. So and 224, and each license price is almost, I'm just giving a rough idea, $120. So $120 times 224, how much? Just count it. It's not exact price, it's just roughly, okay? Okay, so now I need to find out my CSV file, which one I exported, right? But it's exported to this location, Windows System 32. So go here, this PC, desktop, sorry, yeah, C drive, and then Windows, and then System 32, right? You can say S, here, System 32, and then you should see somewhere, okay. That's the modified date. Okay, you see here? This is the file, CSV file. So if I copy this file, because in this machine I don't have Office program, so I'm going to minimize this one, minimize this one, minimize this one, and I'm going to paste it here. Copy and replace. Okay, I replace it. And now if you open it, okay, if you open it, you're going to see it like this. You're going to see like this. So it has a total 5 or 6 column, but all the columns is just showing in under one column, and it's a CSV file. So how you can like put it in a actually the data is in multiple. If you look at here, the data is in multiple table. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 table, right? So sorry, seven column, not table, 7 column. So if you can just open Excel, blank Excel sheet, blank Excel sheet, and then go to the data. Where is the data? Data, and I've got it. And then say from text and CSV. So click here. And then go to the CSV file, which one you just like copied and paste it to your desktop, right? This one. All right. And then, so it's going to show you like this. So you have option load and transform data. You can say load. And got it. Okay. All right. So I'm done. And it's give me the exactly clearly everything. How many socket I have, how many core I have. It's not total core, it's per socket. Is here CPU core per socket. That means I have 2 socket, and each socket I have 12 core. And also this is the required license. This is the required license. So if you count total here, you're gonna see how many licenses. So 224 license is required. But actually, I don't have that many, right? How many core I have? Just if you can increase another tab here, you can say total. Yeah, total core, right? So here you have 2 socket. Each socket has 8. That means this column times this column, right? Equals to your total core. So equals to the formula wise C2 like times D2, and hit enter, and then you're gonna get all of them. And then here just cover. So originally I have total of 168 core, but I have to purchase license 224. Why? Because again I explained already. Broadcom like changed their licensing model. Not only did they change, they changed the licensing model from perpetual to subscription based, plus they change from socket to core, plus they change minimum requirement. You have to have 16 core. So for example, for this host I have only total how many core I have to each socket I have only 8 core, but based on their requirement, each socket I supposed to have minimum 16 or more than whatever I have. If I have a less than, still I have to purchase 16. That's the problem. That's why it's a big gap. And that's all. Thank you. Thanks for watching. And if you think this video is helpful for you, please make some comments. And your comments encourage me a lot to make more videos for you guys. And please don't forget to give a big thumbs up. And also, if you are new in my channel, please subscribe my channel. And thank you. Thanks for watching.